Last year, when Barbie and Oppenheimer came out, those movies were big hits to the point where they dramatically overperformed at the box office. The fact that both movies came out on the same day was hilarious. Don't get me wrong, there's been some other cases where you have two movies that are very different from each other coming out on the same day. That's not unheard of, but what other case can you think of where the two movies coming out on the same day that are very different from each other got a lot of attention? You can't really name another case that's the equivalent to what happened here. What I'm talking about specifically is the Barbie Barbenheimer cultural phenomenon. This is something I had never seen before 2023. A case where people were talking about these movies so much. It drove a lot of people towards these movies, created a lot of hype, buzz, anticipation, excitement, chatter, because it became a conversation that people wanted to be a part of. Think about how many people booked tickets in advance to see both movies on the same day. It was a conversation that interested people, and therefore they wanted to be a part of it. The degree to which this movement caught on, the degree to which this went viral on the internet, the degree to which social media was just eating up the memes, especially on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. People were having a field day with the Barbenheimer memes, and thus this led to so much attention for these two movies. And it's interesting too, I would say, that this cultural phenomenon didn't primarily come from the studios or the directors or the actors or the writers or anything like that. No, this movement primarily started, this cultural phenomenon primarily started because of the internet. Frankly, I don't know when a cultural phenomenon will happen again that's comparable to the Barbenheimer cultural phenomenon. The fact that there was literally merchandise out there for Barbenheimer on top of just how many people were talking about this is pretty insane. I mean, Barbie became one of the highest grossing, maybe the highest grossing movie of 2023. I think it made $1 billion, and Oppenheimer didn't make quite as much money as Barbie, but considering we're talking about about a 3 hour long movie that's about science and Senate hearings, it's very impressive the movie made as much money as it did. Both Barbie and Oppenheimer ended up doubling the projections. Very impressive. This is something that really fascinated me. It was very interesting, unique.